What's up guys, TG here, back with another video. This one is a little bit different than the rest. As you can see, it is not a prediction video or any news video, but it is still with the 100. We are going to be ranking the characters. There has been no updates or news recently, which is why I have no videos about that, but once more comes out, I will be making videos on it. Most of the characters are here. I noticed that Jordan isn't here, but and a lot of the new characters in season 6 aren't here, but most of them are from the previous seasons. So we'll just go in order. We will start with Jaha, and I don't know if I want to put him in like or meh. He's definitely not gonna go above like or below meh. I'll put him in like. He was starting to redeem himself at the end. I feel like just outside of season 3, I actually kind of liked him. Just the only time I didn't like him was with everything in season 3 with Allie. Next is Finn, and I'll put him in like 2. When he was around, he was one of my favorite characters, but you know, he did die halfway through season 2, so he hasn't been around for a while, so I don't think I could put him in love. And towards the end, he was kind of getting out of control. Next is Alexa, and I know most people would put her in God tier. I'm going to put her in love. I know she is like the favorite character for most fans of the show. I just didn't like her as much as everyone else, but I still did love her. She was a great character, just not God tier for me, which I know is going to be an unpopular opinion. Next is Bellamy, and he's going to be the first of 5 characters to make it to the God tier. He's one of my favorite characters. Not my favorite, but he's definitely up there. In the beginning of season 1, obviously, he was annoying. And in season 3, when he was kind of with Pike. But other than that, he's been really good. One of my favorite characters. Next is Wells. I'm going to put him in meh. I feel like he could be in like, but he was only around for 3 episodes. He was good in those 3 episodes, but obviously not really around long enough to do anything to get him higher than that. I think they could have done a lot with his character, but I guess it was a good twist to kill him off, because I definitely was not expecting that at all. Next is Clark, and she's going to be my next character in God tier. Another one of my favorite characters. I can't really think of any times I disliked her. I mean, I guess at times she can be a little bit annoying, but for the most part, she's amazing, and she does a lot for the group. Next is Indra. I'll put her in love, not as much as Alexa, but she is a really good character. I feel like she didn't do much in season 6, but other than that, she has been one of my favorite characters. Next is Echo. I'll put her in meh. I'll put her above Wells, but I don't really like her as much as some characters do, as some fans do. She's alright, but hasn't really done anything for me to really like her. Next is Octavia. She's going to be the next character in God tier for me. In the early seasons, she was like my second favorite character. Because of what happened in season 5, I guess I'll put her behind Bellamy and Clark. But really, no matter what she does, I can never really move her down. I don't know. She's just one of my favorite characters and will always be. Even though her arc in season 5, like obviously she was, like what she did was bad, but I can never hate her. Next is Harper. She will go in mesh. I guess she could go above Wells. She's kind of just there. Like, I feel like she's just Monty's girlfriend to me. She just didn't really do much, but I didn't dislike her. She just didn't really do anything. And next is Jasper. He'll go in like. He'll go above Jaha and Finn. It's not letting me. Here. There we go. There. Alright. Yeah, Jasper was a pretty good character. I mean, when he was like really upset and depressed, I feel like his character was a little boring. But before that, he was a really cool character, and he did something to help the group. He was a pretty cool character. Raven is my next character in God tier. I don't know if I want to put her behind or above Octavia. I'm gonna put her behind. I know that's probably another unpopular opinion. Most people probably like Raven more than Octavia, and I get that. I do love Raven though. She's definitely top 5 characters in the show, and she's just been going through a lot. So hopefully in season 7 she could finally get some peace, because you know, seasons 1 through 6 she's gone through nothing but torture. And next is, I want to say his name is Ronan. I don't 100% remember. He was a cool character. I'll put him between Finn and Ja. Actually, no, I'll put him above Ja. I don't know. He was a cool character when he was around. I feel like he died a little bit too early. But I get why they killed him off. I mean, he did have to represent his group, and obviously, if there could only be one winner, it was going to be Octavia and not him. But it did suck to see him get killed off like that. I feel like it was too early. They could have done a lot with this character. He was pretty cool when he was around, though. Next is Maya, and I don't know if I want to put her at the top of it or at the bottom of the like list. I'm going to put her at the top of the May list. I don't know. I feel like she was alright. She did help our group from inside the mountain as much as she could, but she didn't do enough to make me like her, and she wasn't around long enough. But she did do a lot for the group, and it sucks that she had to die with the radiation. But yeah, I didn't like her that much. Next is Pike. He will be the first character to go to the electric chair. He's one of the worst characters in the show. He killed one of my favorite characters in Lincoln, and I think most people could agree with that. So, the flashbacks after season 3, after he died, were pretty cool, and like him, like being in Octavia's head in season 5, that was or season 6 actually, in that one episode, that was pretty cool. But when he was around, he was terrible. So electric chair. Next is Miller, and I'm gonna put him up here too. I'll put him in front of Maya. Actually, no, I'll put him at the bottom of the like list. He's pretty cool, but he, once again, kind of is like just there. He doesn't really do too much. He's not really a main character, but he's kind of just like a secondary character, I guess. Next is Abby. I don't know if I want to put her above Pike or below Pike. I hate Abby, and anyone that has watched any of my other videos on the 100 would know that I don't like her. She's one of my least favorite characters. I'm gonna put her below Pike. Everything she does just annoys me. Next is Shaw. I'll put him at the top of meh, or yeah, we'll put him up here. I want to put him in front of Maya though. He was a cool character when he was around. Once again, he was like with the prisoner group, but obviously not really. He was kind of the outcast. It sucks that he had to get killed off. They didn't want to kill him off. He was actually supposed to be around longer, but he was also with another show at the time, I think it was, because his schedule just never worked out with when the 100 was filming, so they had to kill him off early. It would have been nice if they could have worked that out, as he was an interesting character, but he wasn't around long enough for me to really, really like him. Amori. I forgot her name for a second. Amori can go up here. I'll put her at the bottom of the like list. I don't know. She's another character that I feel like some fans really like. I don't like her that much. I don't dislike her, but she hasn't really done enough for me to really, really like her. But I guess she's a little bit better than the meh characters. Next is Lincoln. I'm going to put him at the top of my love list. He could easily be in God tier if he was around longer. He's another character who kind of got killed off early. The show wasn't planning to kill him off. The actor requested to leave the show because he was getting a lot of his like scenes cut, and he was getting a lot less screen time than he believed he should have gotten. So he did request to be killed off. That's an unfortunate situation. I guess just him and Jason Rothenberg had some differences, and he decided to leave the show. Would have been cool to see him stick around, and if he did, he definitely would have been in God tier. Next, I forget his name, but him and his dad can both go to the electric chair. They could go below Abby. His dad was a little bit better, but still crazy, and the son just a psychopath. Next is Diyoza. I think this is Diyoza. We'll put her at the top of the like list. I don't necessarily love her. In season 6, she was really, really fun to watch. In season 5, I wasn't a huge fan of her. She was alright. And in season 6, when she was around, before she got lost in the anomaly, she was a really fun character. So that's why she's going to get to the top of the like list, but not necessarily love yet. Maybe in season 7 that will change. We'll see. Next is Kane. He'll be another character that gets to the top of the like list. There were times where I hated him, and then there were times where like I really, really liked him. So for that, he'll just balance in between meh and love. Towards the end, I don't know. I feel like in season like 5 and 6, when his character was like kind of like all about peace and stuff, I don't know. I feel like he kind of got a little bit boring, I guess. But before that, he was a really cool character. I'm not sure why I can't. I don't think I. Is his name Eric? I don't know why I don't remember his name. I think it's Eric. I could be wrong though. He'll fall into the like as well. He just like, I feel like he doesn't like do enough for me to love him, obviously, but like he's never done anything for me to dislike him. He's kind of just like another secondary character too, in my opinion. Next is Murphy. He is my favorite character. The only time I didn't like him was, of course, in season 1 in the beginning, and he was probably my least favorite character at that point, and I wanted them to just kill him. But I'm glad they didn't, because he's now my favorite character, and really from the end of season 1 on, he just kept on getting better and better. He is my favorite character. He's going to be the last person in God tier. Next is Maddie. I'll put her at the top of the like list as well. I'll put her actually, no, I'm not putting her above Kane. Kane could stay above her. Ever since she's been in the show, she's another character that I feel like has been pretty cool, has been interesting. It really allowed us to see like a different side of Clark, and that's been really cool. But she hasn't done enough for me to really love her. But I like her. She's alright. Alright, and finally we have Monty, and I'm going to put him at the bottom. No, I'm going to put him at the bottom of the love list. He didn't do enough to get into the God tier, but he was a really good character, and he really just used how smart he was to advantage to really help the group. He did it in Mount Weather with the hacking, and he really did at the end of Season 5, getting the rest of them to a new home, and he sacrificed himself to do it. I mean, I know technically he didn't have to. He could have went to cryo sleep. But I see why he chose not to. He wanted to live his life in peace with Harper, which is really cool. And, yeah, he was a really good character. Like I said, not enough to get into the God tier, but I definitely liked him more than the characters in the like tier. Like I said, most of the characters that were introduced at the end of Season 5 or in Season 6, like Jordan and the Primes, aren't here. But these are most of the important characters from Seasons 1 to 5. And maybe if I find another one that includes the Primes and includes Jordan, I'll do a second video with those. But that is it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching, and let me know your opinions about this ranking and where you would rank these characters in the comments below.